What is up and good morning everyone. I've got another tool haul for y'all. It's Monday morning, beautiful morning, crisp air here in Southern Illinois. I'm on my way to work. I've got like 2 minutes to try to get this done. So we'll start with the big stuff here. Open my box of goodies here. All right. First things first, just bought this thing last week. I've used it a couple times. I got myself a scope from Snap-on. This is the BK 3000-55. I've used it a couple times. Actually, the very next day after buying it, I needed it. Now, my shop has a communal scope we can use. I've always used that, but they had this on the truck, half off. It's originally $400, so half off of that. Making payments on it, you know how it is. So show you kind of the functions here. Let's see if I can get close enough. I forget the spec on the tip, but they say it's small enough to get into injector holes, so that's nice. And then I've got some pictures here I took. That one didn't work out, that one didn't work out. But here's a spark plug hole on a 5.4 that blew the spark plug out and beat up the aluminum head there and stuff. So I got to inspect that, and the customer chose to throw a spark plug in there and send it down the road. So it seemed like it tightened up pretty good. Probably needed some thread repair stuff going on, but do what the customer asked. So sweet unit here. I'm pretty excited to have this in the toolbox to grab at my disposal, and you know, I can bring it home and use it if I need it. I can check my cavities, whatever I need to do at home. So good to go there. So next we have the 5-piece tie rod adjusting tool set from Matco, and this will probably be the last thing I buy from Matco because we can't seem to keep a Matco rep coming to our shop. They come and they go. He said, if we need anything, just give them a call. Well, that's not very convenient. But anyways, I bought this from him a while back. Actually, I just haven't done a tool haul on it yet. But here you go. You've got your, I always call them adjusting claws, but basically, if you're not familiar, when you're adjusting tie rods on certain vehicles like trucks that have the adjusting collar, usually there'll be a gap where that thing is, you know, split in the middle, allows it to turn, and then your clamps will tighten that down. That's what keeps it from turning after that. But you can get in there with these claws and it'll hook on there, and you can use it. You put your ratchet on there and you can move it either way. You can hook it on the bottom here and pull it down or push it, whatever you need to do. So every shop I've worked at always had like these available. But this shop does not, and I've needed it a few times. I've gotten away without them, but he had these on sale. I forget how much I paid. But if anyone's interested, it is the MST 709. So 5-piece tie rod adjusting tool set. Good thing to have in the box. I do a lot of alignments. Next we have some cheapies. Got some Master Force Torx drivers. I needed a set, I forget what size it was, but I was pulling the column apart on a Dodge Ram to take the dash out to do an evaporator, and I always had to borrow one of these from a guy who ended up leaving the shop. So when that came through, I knew I needed to just buy a set. So I just went to the old Menards down the road. I saved big money. I paid like not a lot of money for these, but how often do you use these? I don't use them very often, doing what I do. Anywho, we were ranging from, we got a T15, we got a T20. This is probably the, oh, that's a T10. So T10, T15, T20, 25, 27, and 30. So something useful to have in the box, just in case, you know what I mean? If you're gonna use it, you should probably buy some. You don't always have to buy the high dollar Snap-on stuff. If you're not using it a lot, just go down to Menards or go to your, you know, your Harbor Freight, you know, Northern Tools, wherever you need to go. You can pick something up for cheap. Not a big deal. You don't need the expensive stuff. Set in there. So then we've got the transmission. I'm gonna call it the transmission extension because it's about the only time you're probably gonna use this thing. But I was doing the transmission on a Power Stroke 6.7, pulling it out to reseal the oil pan. And just so happens Snap-on just got there. I've been wanting to buy an actual long one. I've done the stacking pretty much and gotten by with that. And my arms are skinny enough on those Power Strokes. I can usually get up on those top bolts just by shoving my arm up in there, get it started, and I just do one of these, get up, and then I can get whatever I need to get up in there. But it wasn't happening on this one. The bolts were too tight. So I bought this thing, got it up in there, got right on it, cracked her loose, and good to go. So like I said, I've probably needed to buy this like 15 years ago. I'm just stubborn and I've gotten by without having one of these. Also on the big transmissions on these big trucks, this will come in handy. Won't have to do as much reaching. Problem is breaking some of those tight bolts loose on some of these bigger trucks. They usually get over tightened by people over the years doing clutches, and then you need a little bit more power. You got to get it up right up on there with the impact sometimes to get them busted loose. But they do make a extension like this that's the 3/8 down to the 1/2 inch, and I actually was going to buy that. He didn't have it, and since I was in the middle of doing it anyways, I just was like, well, just give me that because I need it. So this is the FX36. I think the 36 means 36 inch long. I probably should have checked this prior to starting this video, but what do we got here? 36 inch, there you go, FX36, 36 inch extension. So it's kind of the big stuff there. A few things, honorable mention, I did get a new flashlight, Streamlight, that's covered in mac and cheese because we thought the power was gonna go out 2 days ago. And I let my son hold on to it while we were eating dinner downstairs, and now it's covered in mac and cheese, but that's okay, still works. I like these Streamlights. I had one that died. I could get it like sent in, rebuilt or whatever, but honestly, for how much they are, I'll just buy a new one. I can talk to my Snap-on guy and see if he'll send it in for me, because I bought it off Amazon. You can get these on the truck, the tool trucks, but I bought this on Amazon. I'll leave a link down in the description. I like these smaller ones because I can clip it on my hat, and the bigger ones I don't like how they feel if you gotta clip it on your hat, which the clips don't even, it's got a different clip on the bigger ones. But I like this because I can put it on my hat and I don't have to put it in my teeth like I had a bad habit of doing for a long time. Now my teeth are like kind of worn down. But that, and I got another pocket knife. This is the second of the CRKT Squid, they call it. It's just like a short stubby one. It's nice for daily use in the shop. I don't like big bulky knives. I've got another knife that was a Father's Day present, and I was using it at the shop, and I ended up like busting kind of some of the handle off, and I wanted to preserve it, so I just got a cheapy knife. This thing was like 25 bucks, also at Menards, but they're on Amazon as well. This is the Squid. I'll leave a link down in the description. I love this knife. I like the size. I don't need anything huge. Doesn't take up a lot of space. I leave it in there if I'm leaning up, you know, against a tire or anything. It doesn't bother me. It's not this big bulky knife, so that's just what I like. Some guys like the big blades. I like kind of compact pocket knives as far as daily carrying. So that's all I got. Some pretty good stuff. This is kind of a collection. This isn't all just in 1 month. This is, you know, it's been a while since I've done a tool haul, so that's been kind of ongoing here. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me on this fine Monday morning, heading into work now. So if you liked this video, found it helpful, whatever, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting if you haven't already. I gotta get to work. I'm running behind. I gotta get some gas. So I'll see you guys in the next video.